Good day and welcome to Q3 Investor Summit Virtual. We appreciate your participation in today's virtual event. Up next, we are pleased to introduce Uxin Limited. If you would like to ask a question during the webcast, you may drop them in the chat box button on the left side of your screen. Please type your question into the box and click send to submit it. At this time, it is my pleasure to hand over the session to John Lin, CFO at Uxin Limited, who will lead the presentation. Sir, the floor is yours.
Hello? Hello?
Hi. Yep, John, you can now start with your
Can you hear me?
presentation. Yes, we
Yeah,
can
I
hear
can
you.
hear music playing right now. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear some music playing, so. Okay, I'm good. Yeah,
Yes, sir, you can now start.
okay. Okay, thank you everyone for joining today. My name is John Lin. I'm the CFO of the Uxin Group, and I've been in this company for 6 years. I'm very glad today to have a chance to share with you some amazing work we have done in China's used car business. So ever since the first day of our founding, we are aiming to lead the industry evolution of the China's used car market. And our goal is to become the world's largest and the most trusted used car retailer. We believe only US and China can have a company that becomes the largest used car retailer. And Uxin, as far as I know, is the only company in China that is doing used car retail business in a super large scale and has the operational and technical capability to expand across China. Okay, so let me first start with the overall market. So China now has 315 million cars and has the world's largest total vehicle ownership. And it's very similar to the US. China is already a country on wheels. However, when it comes to the real car business, China is far from mature compared to US. Okay, in the United States, the annual used car transaction is about 2.3 times of the new car sales, while in China, the annual used car transactions is only 60% of its new car sales. So if we believe that China's market will follow the trajectory similar to the US, then China's used car business has at least 4 to 5 times growth potential. Okay, in the past 10 years, the annual growth rate is about 11%, and we believe in the next 5 to 10 years, it will continue its growth at a similar rate. So in 2030, it will reach around 35 million units annual sales. So it will be very similar to what the US market size is right now. So how is business doing running in China? So it's extremely fragmented. About 95% of the transactions is done from very small dealers with inventory levels from 10 to 20 units. And the small dealers, they gather together in a scenario called used car marketplace, as shown on the left side of the picture of this slide. Okay, this is a picture of very traditional used car marketplace, and there are thousands of marketplaces like this in China. So it may have 1,000 to 2,000 units at the same site, spread it among 100 to 200 very small dealers. Okay, and the environment is the shopping is very messy, disordered, and not well maintained. If you want to say, if you're looking for a BMW 3 car, then you need to go to every corner of the marketplace, talking to people, checking the car, just negotiating about prices, and at the end of the day, you don't have a full confidence that you can choose an ideal car, a trusted car. Okay, so we call this stage is still a bazaar market. Okay, um, we, we we think the used car is retail product, so its evolution will very follows the retail products upgrade paths. So one way of the industry to evolve is going online, right? Like you are buying something from Amazon, or you are selling, or you can buy used car online, say like Carvana's business in the United States. Okay, another way of upgrade is transforming offline from a bazaar market to supermarket and eventually warehouse superstore model similar to Costco, Sam's Club, and or Comics in the States. But we are actually running both offline superstores, but our size is much bigger than Comics. We have every store has a capacity of over 3,000 units, and at the same time, every car is selling online as well. So we are doing both offline and online business, used car retail business, like a combination of CarMax and Carvana. So this is our flagship store. Superstore is the largest one. It has 450,000 square meters, about maybe 65 football fields, the size, and it can display up to 10,000 cars at the same time. Okay, every superstore has a reconditioning factory, and its production capacity is about 10,000, about 100,000 cars a year, which is actually matching our sales room display capacity. So this is, I think, well, when it reaches its full capacity, it is world's largest warehouse style superstore, and we believe that our factory, reconditioning factory, is actually world's most advanced used car inspection and the reconditioning factory. So this is our Xi'an superstore, which is smaller, but it's actually our standard model for nationwide expansion. So it's the region's most advanced. It has reached the most advanced reconditioning factory, and it is also the regional largest warehouse style superstore. It can hold up to 3,000 cars. The sales turnover of this store is less than 30 days, which means if it holds, like, displays 3,000 cars at the same time, it sells 3,000 cars within a month as well. So before 2025, we only have Hefei and Xi'an, the two stores, and starting from this year, 2025, we are actually starting nationwide expansion. So this is our first store opened this year, which was in March. It's the Wuhan superstore. It's, as you can see, it also can display 3,000 cars. Actually, it can display more than that, and it's very similar to our Xi'an superstore. Okay, and it's been opening 6 months, and this business is doing fairly well. Okay, it now sells about 1,500 cars a month, and its inventory is still increasing, and the monthly sales volume is still ramping up. And this year we are planning actually to open another 2 superstores, one in Zhengzhou, one in Jinan, or the 2 capital cities of the 2 of the provinces which have the most population in China. So for cities that we don't have an offline superstore, actually, people say in Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen, they the same car via our application, our online shopping mall. So every car of our inventory is listing both offline and online. So the same car, same price. So people can just browse the web, browse our app and check the report of the cars, talking to our sales representatives, place orders, and buy the value-added services. They just need to pay shipping, which is around $150 to $300, and then we deliver to our customer store. I'll just share our business model, and our model compared to our competitors, which is actually the very small used car dealers. As I said, 95% of the used cars were sold through those very small dealers with 10 to 20 inventories units. So it's our advantages versus them is overwhelming, actually. So first, our shopping experience is, well, if you visited the marketplaces and our superstore, it's totally sky and land. It's sky and earth. We have unparalleled shopping experience. The second one is our world's most advanced reconditioning factory guarantees the best quality in China, and our operational efficiency and cost level is also the best in China. So third advantage is our whole operation and is standardized, digital, data-driven. So this is super important because this is the foundation for cross-region expansion. As you know, the used car is a non-standard product. To run a business selling non-standard product needs across in different regions is very difficult. So standardization is the foundation for nationwide replication expansion. So the fourth advantage is we may be the only used car retailer in China that can use the inventory financing. Okay, and this give us a financial leverage, so our capital return is much higher than those small dealers. I will show you more in details from next page. So this is our process slide showing our shopping experience. So when the first time the customer come to our store, the first sight they see us, we intentionally design an experience of credit enhancing, because in China the biggest pain point is the trust issue. The customer want to buy a used car, but they're not confident of buying a good quality car. Okay, so the first sight they see us, we're big, we are just there, and they know we cannot run away. And when they entered our room, look at our showroom, it's clean and tidy. Even our toilet is clean, is with the very similar standard as Costco. Okay, because you know what? Our Hefei store, the designer is actually the designer of Costco's global Costco stores globally. Okay, the MG2. So we learned a lot from Costco's philosophy, actually. So our showroom, you can easily find the car you want, and our sales representatives are very professional and welcome. Okay, and after you make your choice, you place your order on the app, and you wait, relax, buy coffee at our customer services area. And at the same time, you can shop our value-added services like finance, insurance, accessories, warranty, etc. So we also have a DMV on site, so you can transfer your title on the same day. Okay, so from end to end, it's a one-stop hassle-free shopping experience. So as I said, since we are the largest used car retailer in the region, and our shopping experience is overwhelming. So we also have the #1 customer reputation in the areas we opened the superstore. So we easily became the used car buying destination for customers in that region. So what does that mean? So we actually tracked the sales behavior of the customers from 3 months within 3 months from they first visited our superstore. About 40 to 50% of them they buy from us. About 30% they purchase new cars. About 25% of the customers they didn't buy any car, and only less than 5% of the customers they buy from other small dealers. So we will welcome the customers to compare, to go around, shop around, and then 40 to 50% will come back to us. Okay, and what does it mean? As long as customer wants to visit us, they know us, that we will win like 40 to 50%. So the high sales conversion also leads to high sales turnover. So in China, the average sales turnover days for small dealers, industry average, which is publicly shared every month from the Bureau government agency. It's around 55 to 60 days. Okay, the average sales turnover. For Uxin, we started in 2022 during the COVID time, 60 days, and now we are actually less than 30 days, around 30 days. New stores like in Wuhan Superstore, it has 30-day sales turnover, and for Xi'an and Hefei, actually less than that already. Okay, so also for the revenue generation capabilities. So for traditional small dealers, they only earn money from two parts. One is from price spread, one is from financing, which means they have channel refund if they sell a used car loan. For Uxin, we earn from two parts. One, of course, price spread, but for value-added services, we can earn money from logistics, financing, insurance, accessories, extended warranty, maintenance, repairs. We have many more sources of revenue compared to those small dealers because we have a big location. We have the best factory, so the customers trusted us. They buy those services and they get their services done from us as well. So we have much bigger sales revenue potential compared to those small dealers. And for our recognition factory, we say we are the world's most advanced ones. So we have a lot of system design behind us, but it employs a lot of cutting-edge technologies. So, for example, if a windshield is cracked by a stone, it has we can fix that. The cost of fixing that is around $10. Okay, if opening buckle of glove box of BMW is broken, then we use 3D printing to make one, which costs about $1. So if you replace the whole hand glove, it costs you maybe $300. So we have a lot of cost, or the best smart repair technologies that can give us a lot of advantages in cost. Say if we buy a car like this from customer, we can easily lower the acquisition price by say $500, but we fixed it maybe in $10, something like that. So every car can be reconditioned to the standard, like shown on the right hand side. So let me go move on a little bit faster. So, but this is very important of our factory's operation efficiency. So from the days of a used car from acquisition to listing. When they enter the factory and get and out of the factory for listing, without the factory, it took us 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks in 2021. Now it's less than 3 days. Okay, and the rest for the same quality reconditioning, I think in US, our counterparties is definitely more than $1,500. I think it's become much more expensive in maybe this year due to inflation in past years. And for us, we do an in-house $150. Okay, that's the cost advantage we have. And for our third advantage is our digital standardized process. Okay, I don't want to talk more about this, but we just want to say it's running used car business is very complicated since they are all non-standard goods. Every car is different, so it's complicated process. Only if a company has a standardized process, a digital-driven, that company can replicate its business all over China. And in China, Uxin is the only company I think that is technically having this capability. And for our AI power, we have a very nice AI power pricing system. So why data is important in used car business? Because that gives us the economy of scale, advantage. For example, what's the most precious data in this field is actually a car. How much is a car actually sold of the similar configuration? How much was it really sold in the past months? Only if you have the car, you sold it, you know the true price. You can never get it outside. So the more data we have, the more accuracy we do our pricing, and they give us a lot of advantage. So the last but not least, we are the only, we may be the only retailer in China can leverage inventory financing. So our cash return of a mature stage superstore is more than 150%. For us, very traditional small dealer, I think 15 to 20%. So we have a huge advantage. So what's the financial outcome? So from quarter two 2024, we started to ramp up our inventory. So at the top left, sales growth shows that. And in 2024, our retail growth, annual growth is year-over-year 134% increase. Okay, and our guidance for 2025 is retail growth will be over 100%. And in the first quarter, we were actually 140% year-over-year growth. And from what we see in the past months, the similar trend will continue. Okay, and about our profitability, our adjusted EBITDA, we achieved first positive adjusted EBITDA in Q4 2024, and our guidance for this year is we want to achieve adjusted EBITDA break-even. We are trying our best to make that. So for expansion potentials, well, I think there are at least 100 to 200 cities at least 100 cities we can open 2,000 units superstore, and another 100 cities we can open like 1,000 units inventory or even higher. Okay, so we plan to. So we are for the top 20 cities in China by vehicle ownership. We will enter 5 of them by the end of 2025, and in the next 3 years, say by 2027, we plan to enter at least 15 of them. Okay, our plan is to achieve 50 superstores in 2030, and which shown in this page. And we plan to open 4 to 10 stores every year, and by 2030, 50 superstores with 1.5 million units annual retail volume, and achieve 15 plus billion US dollars sales revenue. Okay, and we hope by 2035 we will open 150 more because our store opening speed will be accelerating. As long as we have more stores, it'll be much more easier for open new stores. Okay, and that's pretty much what we have for today. And thanks for listening. Okay, now we have some questions, Q&A session. So we have some questions first from Mike. Where do you see our business scaling in 3 years as shared? Yeah, in this page already, right? So you can learn as a 50 superstores by 2030 and 1.5 million units sold annually. Okay. Major competitors, frankly speaking, Uxin is the only company, used car retailer in China that's seriously doing retailing business in a large scale. So right now we don't see any competitors. Actually, our competitors is the very small dealers that's accounting for 95% of China's overall sales, right? With inventories 10 to 20. So that's we don't see major competitors right now. Okay, that's my answer. So second question from Jonah. We highlighted Uxin's AI-powered dynamic pricing system. How sustainable are these technology advantages, and how difficult would it be? Okay. Our pricing system is very unique in China. Okay, we actually are industry leader when it comes to like using data technology, used car retail, and pricing. And because what set us apart is the system improves as we sell more and more as we scale. So we actually will have we will sell 50,000 units this year, probably double next year, or continue to double the sales the year after. So the more data we have, the more accurate pricing we will have. It will also facilitate us in nationwide expansion. Okay, and I think it's very hard to replicate without scale, because as I said, the most precious data is the real transaction price, and only if you sell it, you know it. So as to our understanding, the traditional dealers with small inventories, they probably would not have volume to build comparable data sets. So I think our AI-powered pricing system will have the advantage. It's actually very obvious. So the third question, that we have like 100 to 200 cities in China suitable for rollout, and what criteria we have. And this is a very quick one. Actually, it's easy. We prioritize cities based on 3 key factors: the vehicle ownership, used car transaction volume, and transportation infrastructure. For example, Wuhan City, the one we opened in March, has 5 million vehicles ownership and a strong automotive ecosystem. So just after 5 months after opening, our monthly sales already exceed like 1,200 units, and it will probably be 1,500 units this month. So that's our standards for choosing the cities to open superstores. Okay. Are we timeout? Okay. Okay, so that's pretty much what we have for today. We don't see many, we don't have any other questions. So thanks. Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, your voice is a bit low, so I cannot hear clearly. Okay, okay. Sorry, I cannot hear you clearly. Sorry, your voice is very low. I really cannot hear you clearly. Okay, hello?
That concludes Uxin Limited's presentation. You may now disconnect. For details on upcoming presentations, please refer to the conference agenda. Thank you for your participation, and we look forward to welcoming you to the next